Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our belief cards. This is by James Garner. Believe in yourself and everything you can be. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 103, NASDAQ up 39, S&P's up 13. Can you say ABC down, folks? Because that's what we have happening here. Going to be wild watching this baby shake out. Gold contract down $4, trading at $1,225 an ounce. Silver off 12 cents at $17.06. Platinum down $2 at $1,239 an ounce. Copper up 2 pennies at $2.93 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.23, trading at $59.75. That baby's on its way to $55. Wild. Bonds, 10-year down 7 ticks at 126.27. 30-year up 3 ticks at 144.01. Both of those folks are going to the October 15th swing highs. Big numbers, low yields. King dollar. Now check this out. This is going to be wild. We're going to bisect and dissect this king dollar because this is what you've had. King dollar is up 408 ticks. With king dollar being up 408 ticks, they couldn't move the gold market. They couldn't move the bond market. They moved the Dow Industrials. The Dow was up 200, NASDAQ was up 80. Right now, you're only up 100, and you're up 40. Bottom line, what I expect you're going to see as we come into the close, you're going to see more selling. What do? You get the A to B set up on the way down. You got the B to C set up today. This is going to be a nasty, nasty market on the way down, folks. It's just... these counter trend bounce, they can't hold. Intraday, it was on dramatically lighter volume. I'll show you on the S&P, the S&P future market, when it was testing, all it was doing intraday was testing the high of yesterday, and it was doing it with 22,000 contracts versus 77,000 contracts. See ya, don't want to be ya. Euro down 66 ticks at 123.87. The yen up 1.32 at 119.20. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Your A point up here, folks, is the high that was generated last week at 2079. Your B is yesterday at 2024. So what you have happening out there, you get what 56.8 to B. That's at your C point. I suspect is today. That's going to bring you down to 2,000. And right now we're 2038. The next leg down, and you're going to see it tomorrow, is coming to the highs that were generated out there in September. That's how that's set up on the cash S&P. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow? Dow Industrials. You're up $93 right now. We were up 200 earlier. The A point on that is the high, which is 991. The B is the low of yesterday, which is 629. So you get about 350 points there. And when you deal with that, we're talking about a 17,350. That also is going to be bringing it back to the highs of September. NASDAQ Composite. Take a look at the NASDAQ Composite. The A point on the composite is the 4810. Your B is a 4674. So what that? 47, 48, 135. That brings you down to 4759. That's going to bring you to the 4610 level. Oh, man, they all lined up. This is really cool. So check this out, folks. So the way that we're lined up right now is this, and this is deviance, no doubt, but this is what you're hearing off of me is this. The deviance in the marketplace when there's turns like this in the market is that you normally get a downdraft, you get that counter trend bounce. In this case, now today, this was unusual that you can get a counter trend bounce so quick again. What wasn't unusual is that got sold off so quickly. Why? Because the monsters that are selling into this market, folks, are huge. If we go over to the E-mini, I'm going to show you, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, you're going to see it on the TV. If you're not watching Tiger TV, you're in the car, I'm going to explain what you had happening here. So yesterday at 9:50, as the market starts going south, The market was going south, folks, from the price point of 2053. First leg down, you had this is on a 10-minute chart. First leg down, you had 77,000 contracts traded. Next leg, 77,000. What do we do this morning? This morning, you go up fast, furious. The first leg up that took you to 2043 had, sorry, folks, excuse me, had 100,000 contracts, which is nice. That's a good acceleration up. That was strictly a counter-trend bounce. Right after that, from 10 o'clock on, the volume was dying on the vine. It stayed up at the high levels from 1040 going all the way over to 110. At those levels, what it was doing was testing the level from 950 yesterday, and it just couldn't get any juice. When we're talking every 10-minute buy, you're talking about it. As you went through the day, you had 56,000 contracts. Going into it, 44,000 contracts. Then watch how this drops off. 36,000 contracts, 25,000 contracts, and when it made the high, it was 18,000 contracts. Your correlation was 18,000 contracts going against that 77,000 contracts. That's where the market gave it up. That's where the selling start producing some big numbers coming into it. And what I expect you're going to see coming into the close out here is more selling. Right now, you get the Dow up 115, Nasdaq's up 45, S&Ps are up 15. What's going to be unusual here, there's no doubt about it, if in fact we get that selling that takes place, is that is going to accelerate the selling for the next 7 business days, because that's all we really have before you basically get into that holiday season. Now, let me show you something else, because this is crucial to understand also inside the S&P. If we take a look at the S&P, the cash S&P, what we've done thus far is this. The first break inside this, there she is. Okay, so the first break of the larger trend line that will bring it down to, well, actually bring it down to 1340 on the S&P. The first break came the week of October 3rd. You broke that, broke it with conviction, wide price spread, accelerated volume, all of the above. S&P cash goes from 1219, gets down to 886. Now, what happened there is that you go, bang, you go right back inside the channel line. It's like, okay, it was a failure, because back inside it. Well, where we are right now, folks, we're banging on that channel line right now. That's what we're doing. A break of that channel line with conviction, mind you, a break of that with conviction does 2 different things. Number one, it says, first off, you're going to go down to this 1912 to 1820 level. Both of those levels, the 1912 is the high of that week of October. The 1820 is the low. That's the first part. The larger issue, folks, is that break of the channel line, then that sets up much lower prices. And I expect that's exactly where we're going. So this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out for the next couple of days. Volatility, yes, we have it in spades out here. Now, let's go over to the gold contract. Gold, this is about as good as, if you're a gold bull, folks, if you're in the metals market, this is about as good as you're going to get. And specifically what it is this. We pulled back today to 1216. Rejected lower price. We're at 1225. We've done 133,000 contracts. That 133,000 contracts is going against 241,000 contracts from Tuesday. And it's going against, this gets even better, it's going against 342,000 contracts, which was the huge sign of strength on December 1st. Now, if that's all we had, you could put your hat on that. But that's not all we have. Now, if we go over to the dollar index, and you want to see something that is absolutely bizarre, the dollar index turns around, goes topside today, has, and this is, watch this. So this is, this as we bisect and dissect this, you're going to be able, this is really deviant too. So, intraday today, folks, okay, before the broad markets opened, the dollar went to 88.10, I think. Yeah, 88.19. We got down to that level at 3 o'clock this morning. But realistically, the index itself gets liquid about 8:30. We have 70,000 contracts. What the dollar has actually done is it went to a lower low with volume. That is saying, guess what? That dollar index is going to be right back downtown, and the gold market is screaming that because the gold market should have got smoked as the dollar went up $400. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.